Hi, everyone. So, thank y'all for being understanding and realizing that I triple booked myself, so I couldn't do our regular call at a regular time. And I've been super busy since, so I haven't been able to do this recording. So, this is our Director Bound 2018 call number 2, booking parties at parties. So, our last call number 1, we talked about booking parties away from parties, and we started our 25 a week contact list, 15 to 25, depending where you're at in the career plan. So I hope that you're continuing to do that. Um, Whenever I first started keeping a list of my contacts, it truly helped me in categorizing people, keeping up with people, because I am so busy, y'all, and I know you are too, and I am just about to get even busier with the newborn. So I know, so those of you that have full-time jobs, and kiddos, you are so busy in keeping track in your spiral notebook or whatever notebook that you got that very first week of this program is going to be life-changing. And those of you that are doing it, I'm sure you're already seeing the huge difference of keeping track of those contacts. One of the major purposes is that you're able to see, are you being successful? Are you doing what needs to be done to get bookings? If you're not reaching out to 15 or 25 people and having two-way conversations with that many people every single week, well, of course your calendar's not where you want it to be. Okay, so it really puts things in perspective. And then if you're reaching out to, if you have a conversation with those 25 people and they're all saying no, well, maybe it's something you're saying, maybe it's something you're doing. So booking parties at parties or away from parties, either way, that contacts sheet is the biggest thing that you can do. If you're like, I don't have room to carry around a spiral notebook, go get a little log, a little one, and put it in your purse, put it in your car. I actually don't open messages, so I all about, if it's not on a sticky note, it doesn't get done. If it's not right in front of me, it doesn't get done, which is probably why half the time, which actually I know, it's why, 70% of the time, 80% of the time, your gifts don't get sent out until a month, 2-3 months later, because I'm so busy and it's not on the top of my mind. I don't have a list to do it. I don't have that in my daily activities. So I'm just very unorganized, and that's me, and I accept it. So, that's kind of the same thing. So I don't open my messages, especially if it's someone that I know I contacted this person about booking or recruiting, then I don't open that message until I'm by a piece of paper and pen or my spiral notebook or whatever I use. And then that way I can log it immediately. So then when I go back to check up on everything, I can look back, oh, so this was our conversation. Get away. Go. Get. Sorry, my dog is like trying to get in my lap right now. Not happening. So I can look at that conversation, because if I open it and I don't immediately write that name in that conversation down, well, then I've already forgotten about it. I can't tell you how many times in the past before I did this did I forget about parties. And then I have to go back and message, and I'm so sorry. Or they'll message me, hey, are we still doing my party? I'm like, oh, no. So that's why I've changed to that method of doing things. So that's that with that 25-week contacts a week list. Please make sure you're still doing that, okay? I've seen a lot of success that a lot of you are having. Our focus has been, since this program has started, is bookings. Because if you don't work on your personal business and you don't do the bookings portion of it, and we don't get that under control, then you're not going to move up in the career plan, because hosts are your number 1 prospects in recruiting. And your number 2 is guests and parties. And so in order to get to that step, to get to recruiting, we have to build your personal business. And so that is what this program is all about. We're peeking at the different categories of your personal business. We're getting those strong, and then we'll discuss recruiting. You're probably thinking, I'm in Director Bound. How come we're not talking about recruiting? I want to promote. Well, we've got to get all this straight first. So if you're recruiting along the way, like which all of you should be doing this month with that awesome special, then you still need to do that, okay? But this is all about focusing on getting your business, your personal business strong, okay? So again, I've seen a lot of achievements from people. Don't forget that thread is there. Take a picture. It's all about accountability. I can probably, those of you that aren't taking a picture and posting your contacts on that 25 contacts thread weekly, I can probably guess that 75% of you aren't keeping track of your contacts. So if you're not keeping track, there's no accountability, then why even be a part of it? So start posting on that thread. The other 25% of you didn't know that you're supposed to post it every week. So now you know, post a picture of your contacts every single week and get that done. 15 to 25. Now, there's a week, let's say you're a director and your minimum is 25. Well, there's a week you only did 10, 15 because nobody responded back to you. That's okay. The point is that you are reaching out to people. You are trying. So don't think you're going to be condemned or frowned upon if you don't have either 15 or 25 on your contact sheet. That's not going to happen. That's not what we're here for. We're here for motivation and support. So don't let that deter you from taking a picture and posting it on that thread in our Director Bound group, okay? That is all about your accountability, and that's a huge thing. So, okay. Now, the prior week we learned about different ways how to be your brand when you're out and about, whether it's a car decal, whether it's T-shirts, a hat, something on your cell phone, whatever it may be, you are representing the brand that you're selling. So you are not only your brand by showing logo wear, our new catalog totes that if you recruited last month, was it last month? That you could have earned. Can't wait to get that. It's going to be so awesome. Your PC mug, all of those things that we get, the logo wear that we get, that's all about being your brand. But not only is logo wear about being your brand, it's you, yourself, your personality. And a great way to build that is to be going live. Challenge yourself to go live once a week. Build a personality. I like to think that my personality is fun and bubbly. Pampered chef consultant that doesn't really know how to cook and just flies by the seat of her pants, and that's fun. That's exciting. It's cool to watch that. So I'm okay with that being me. Plus spousal bantering during videos. I love that. I hate when I have to do it by myself and Jessica's not here because I like that she makes fun of me or whatever because I don't know how to cook that well and I do mess up and probably 90% of the time I miss an ingredient or a step or something. So, and that's okay because that's me and that's real. So that's also the other half of being your brand, okay? So you want to make sure that that's how you book parties away from parties, passing out those mini catalogs. So proud of those of you that actually did it. If you haven't passed out your mini catalogs while out and about, continue to do it. That is something, it's cheap. It's like $250 or $450. No, I think it was $350. Whew, I don't know. For like 25 mini catalogs, guys. Get you about 100. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. Spend $20, get you 100 mini catalogs, and you're set for the next few months. And you can pass them out to people. Do what I did. Get you a business card magnet, or like Melanie was talking about, where you can buy the magnets if you already have business cards and turn them into a business card magnet. Can't wait to send those out to all my past hosts, except for I'm going to have to order more because I only ordered 200. And I want to send them as happy holiday cards too to all my past hosts. So I'm putting them in my host catalogs, sending them to all my past hosts, and I don't know how many past hosts I have, but I'm going to go ahead and assume it's a lot. So I probably need to order like 500 more. So whatever you need to do, if you can't afford to get business magnets, which I always look for sales on Vistaprint before I order anything. I think right now they're doing a sale for 500 business cards for $10. So order those, send those out to people as thank you cards, or whatever you want to do to build your brand and get your name out there. This week is going to be all about, see, this is why I need y'all on the call with me, because I just go on and on. I don't even know how long it's been. We haven't even gotten to today's lesson. So, but that's okay, because I have it marked off. Recognition, accountability, 10 minutes. Talking about last week for 10 minutes. So I think I'm right on target. I think I'm even ahead of time. So let's get into this week. Booking at parties. Y'all know that I am a huge believer of booking parties at parties. You do that and you don't ever have to worry about bookings again. But for those of you that are new to this business, or those of you who maybe aren't as successful at this, I want you to really dig deep inside of yourself and really point at why you're not successful. Is it because you're hesitant while you're doing it? Is it because you're scared? Is it because you don't truly believe that you can? Because I'm going to tell you, all three of those things will prevent you from booking parties at parties. I was talking to Debbie about sales, and you know, how many sales, and you've got to make it happen, and this and that, and I'll kind of talk about that a little bit. Like, your goal should be, let's take it to bookings though. Your goal should be for every single party, 3 bookings at that party. I don't care if you think you can do it or not. I need you to believe that you can. And then if you do that, you're going to be successful. Now, there are going to be parties where you only get 1 booking, or there are going to be parties where you only get 2. That's okay. But I can tell you right now that I used to only have 8 parties a month. And that was a good month. I never, ever, ever, until this past February, I think it was February, submitted 8 parties a month in 1 month. Until this past February. So I had already been a senior director for almost a year before I submitted 8 total parties in 1 month. Okay, so the reason why I'm telling you that is because I never had the mindset of booking 3 parties at my parties. And so it wasn't until I changed my mind, y'all know what I'm about to say, change your mind, change your business. Okay, so it wasn't until I changed my mindset that I can book 3 parties, and I'll tell you right now, what made me change my mind was a program like this called Lead Plus. Well, it was a little more intense, and the requirements are a little worse, and you had to report directly to home office, so that's not fun either. But it wasn't until a program like that made me change my mind. I have a choice. I didn't want to go to Judy Joel or Kathy Cocazella or Gene Jonas and tell them, I didn't submit 8 parties. I didn't get 8 recruits. So that you, with your 6 parties that I'm holding you accountable to every month, you know, imagine going to Gene Jonas, and if you don't know who that is, the red-headed perfect person, and telling her, you didn't do it, you failed. That's hard. So I didn't have a choice but to change my mind. And I am encouraging you to not have a choice but to change your mindset and know that you can achieve this. You can do it. You can book 3 parties at every party. When you have that mindset, you're going to go into your party saying, all right. And you're going to subconsciously start thinking, oh, they'll be good for a party. They'll be good for a party. Oh, I'm totally asking them. Oh, they're going to be good. And it's going to be subconscious. And then by the end of the party, 7 days with them, you're like ready to go. You're ready to ask them. You're ready for them to have a party if they haven't already spoken up and had a party themselves or said that they want to have one themselves. Plus, if you have that mindset, then your expectation for your host is, you got to have 3 parties. We got to have 3 parties booked. You have a sales goal. You have a recruiting goal too. So who do you think is going to be good at having a party, or who would say yes? You're going to get them involved in your goal too. I will tell you that the way that I thank people for their order is at the very top. I say, Debbie Belden. I say, woohoo, Debbie Belden, thank you so much for helping our wonderful host out. Skip a line. Our host is Marissa Hurtado. Marissa Hurtado is only $100 away from the next level of rewards. I know we can get her there. Skip a line. Marissa also needs 3 more parties booked to meet her booking goal. So every single time that an order is placed, the person who ordered, they're tagged in that post. They see that she has this booking goal. The host is tagged in that post. They see that they have a booking goal. So whether or not they knew they had a booking goal, they know now. And then every guest that reads that post see that there's a booking goal. There needs 3. When there's 1 book, she still needs 2 more people to book parties to meet her booking goal. Who can help her out? So then we're really targeting the person that order that's tagged in it. But eventually they're going to see it and see it and see it and see it and see it. And then they're going to know that she has this goal. So then when you reach out to her the day before the party ends, you reach out to these people about booking a party, they know there's a booking goal. They know she hasn't met her booking goal. So then they're more apt to say yes. And they'll say, does this help, who is my host, Marissa, meet her goal? Yes, it does. I'm so happy you want to help her meet her goal. So the biggest thing, step 1 to booking parties at parties is to have a goal. Step 2 is to know that you can achieve that goal. Now, failure is an option, and you may fail and not get 3 parties at every 3 bookings at every parties, but it may average out. You know, there's party, last month I got 5 bookings, and a party I got 1 booking. Well, guess what? It averages out. So, you know, you just have that goal. So those are the first 2 steps to booking parties at parties. Third step is, it ain't going to happen by itself. You've got to reach out to these people, and I know that you all know what I say to get bookings. And let me just pull it up, because some of you are probably like, I don't know what you say. If you're one of my recruits, I probably said it to you. So here we go. Okay. Hey, I am sending out some October, November host packets, and I thought about you because I loved your participation in Belinda's party, and I think that you would make a great host. We have an entire new product line that just launched September 1st. Once your party hits at least 200 in sales, you will get free product money, half-price items, and 1 item at 60% off. Would you like me to send you one? And then they say, sure, yeah. And then so since I'm giving them an option, if I'm really open to both months, I'll say, okay, great. Oops. When would you like to have your party? October or November? They'll tell me, okay, great. I have the 8th or the 23rd available. Which would you like? They tell me a day. Do not leave it open. You have to get the booking right then. It's not a booking until you get a date. You have to get the date right then and there. So 8th to 23rd. Okay, great. The 23rd through the 30th, that's awesome. We will definitely get your party set up for that November 23rd through 30th. And all I need is your address, email address, and phone number to get it all set up. Send it to me. Great. I will send a host packet out when it gets closer, and I'll be in contact with you. I'm so excited. I can't wait to party with you. So that's our conversation. Easy peasy. If they say no, no worries. If they say not right now, well, I put them on my list for potential bookings. And then I put them in my calendar for 2 months from now, and I reach back out to them again. Okay? So I don't just, that's why you're writing stuff down, 2-way contacts. That's why it's important, because in 2 months I wouldn't remember. So that's another reason. So that's how I book my parties from parties. And then when I send that message out to them, I tag them in a response to one of their guesses in the games. Debbie Belden, I sent you a message. If you don't see it, try sending me a message, and it should pop up. But I think what I've seen the past couple of days is Facebook has made some changes on the others folder, the junk folder. I think it's going to go through smoothly, which is exciting, to where I think that they'll see it no matter if you're friends with them or not. So that's awesome. Okay, so what is going to make them say yes? You have your mindset. You have a goal. Now let's talk about things that you can do in the party to make yourself successful. One of the major things that you can do is make your job look easy. You know, whatever you need to do to make it look easy, make it look easy. Don't be stressful. And a big way is to build a relationship with these people. You know, I talked about on the meeting, the live that I did on Hot Shots a couple of months ago, that if you have a comment on a product post, you're not just liking or loving their post because, what did I say? That's like you winking at them. Hey, this is so amazing. I think my kitchen would really, this would really transform my kitchen. And you go, how awkward is that? Don't do that. Respond to them. Oh, I totally agree. I use this like weekly, and it's been such a blessing to us to have, because it makes chopping onions so easy, or whatever it is. So respond to them. You're building a relationship, and in doing that, they realize, oh, you know, this is cool. This seems like it's not too bad. Blah 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 blah. It's also going to make it fun. They're going to have fun because you're engaging with them and building that relationship. And if they're having so much fun with you, they are going to want to book a party. I can tell you right now, my parties that I have going on right now, today was the Chef RD post. And the reason why, if you have my outline, I do a Chef RD post where I say, message me your answer. Do not post it in the comments, but post done when you've sent me your message for 2 extra raffle tickets. The reason is because they're opening up a conversation with me through Messenger. So when I send that message that we just discussed, they're going to get it automatically because we've already opened up that line of conversation. So there's always a method to my madness. So that is why it increases the chances of them receiving your message asking them to book a party. Now, the reason why I have them comment done for 2 extra raffle tickets is because when I'm going through to go and start sending out booking messages, that's the first post I go to, because I know that that conversation's already opened between me and those people. So I know that I can get fast yeses, and then that's going to give me the motivation to go through the other people who did not do that game that day. So because, you know, you got to have motivation to get through the no's or the ignores, right? So it's always good to start off with fast yeses. So if there, I can't, but back to my point. So I had that post today, and I had so many people, let me go to, I get so many messages a day. Oh, that's someone wanting to do a shower, a baby shower. Anyways, so I've had, someone was like, I'm late to the game. I want to play. How do I play this microwave thing? I'm so excited. Another one said, I'm having, I'm okay. My dog just having a great time. This party's so much fun. Oh my God, stop.
Get in your bed now.
So, I'm recording a call, just so you know. So anyways, I had at least 4 messages talk about how much fun they're having in the party. We're only on day 3. So build that relationship. That's how they're going to want to have a party themselves. And then another thing is you're supposed to be this magical kitchen expert. And we all know I'm not a kitchen expert. However, with posting recipes, posting tips, that gets them excited, and that lets them know that you know that you're an expert, and they want to take the opportunity. What is that? Oh, the fried rice. For you to teach their friends and family. Tip about honey. Did y'all know? Did I like all you hear forever? Eat local honey. Eat
if
local honey.
Single, this would be her pickup line, because she tells everybody.
Shut up. Eat local honey. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll support my local people. Let's eat local honey. Well, no, the reason is because the bees pollinate on the local flowers. Then they go to make the honey. So it helps with your allergies and builds your immune system towards those allergies when all the pollination goes everywhere and our allergies get real bad. Well, you're building your immune system up to that so you don't have bad allergies. Like, how awesome awesome is that? So those tips, Pete, they want to learn from you. And by giving these fun, awesome tips, they are getting excited, and that's another way to get them engaged to eventually want to book a party with you, okay? So that's something that you can do to help them book a party. If you're not engaging with them, guys, that's probably why you haven't been as successful. If your party's boring, it's probably another reason. If you say, well, Melissa, I use your outline, so you're the reason why my party's boring? No, you're the reason. Engage with your people. Don't be boring. Don't be dull. It's really awesome to have virtual parties because you can be different than who you are in person. I mean, I'm the same. I'm klutzy ditzy. Not really, yeah. Sometimes, although I have really bad roots, this blonde
For the record,
really
the
sinks
peppers
in.
that you said were going bad, so they don't know who dumb you are. They go bad in 2020.
Oh,
It's 2018.
well, I didn't know, so I just went to buy new. That's how, you can help with getting people to want to book parties. So let's continue and move forward. So another way is to tell your story. If you hosted a party first, tell how awesome it was and how much you got for free and that you want to help other people get that. Tell your story about how this business has changed your life. I always do a share your story post. And it tells them my whole story about Pampered Chef, and then I ask them to tell their story. So right now they're starting to trust you because they're going to tell you about their life. And that's an awesome way to say, hey, let's get some more items for your kitchen, or let's do this, or let's do that. So that's the number one thing. Another way is to plant seeds for bookings. Now, whenever I do about 3 bookings posts a party, plus, like I told you, all my thank you posts have the bookings in there. She's drinking a Sprite, just so y'all know.
I wish it was.
No. So anyways, I do 3 of those plus every single thank you things. I by no means think or expect that those 3 posts that I post about bookings is what's going to get me my bookings. Now, there are times they do. Hey, I'll book a party. I'll help her out. Or I'll do raise your hand if November works. And they'll raise their hand. Yes, sometimes you do get them, but by no means do I expect it. Those are planting the seeds. Okay? Just like you should not just post on your Facebook, well, hey, I need a host. Must love free products. I hate that post more than anything. Jessica knows how much I hate that. Ugh, it drives me nuts. Unless that is planting the seed and you are reaching out to them one-on-one to book a party. So same thing. These posts are planting seeds. The day before the last day, I reach out to every single one of them to book a party. So you have to have that follow-up and that follow-through. You can't expect those posts to do it for you. Because let me tell you right now, if somebody didn't ask you directly, would you have booked a party? Those of you that signed up before you booked a party, if someone didn't ask you directly to sign up, would you have? Melanie, you're the only one I can think of off the top of my head that can say yes. Because she was a guest in a party and she came to me directly and said, I want to be a Pampered Chef consultant again. I love it when I get those. So she's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. No, someone had to ask you, and I bet you saw, 10 posts about booking parties and 10 posts about becoming a consultant. But if you're not asked directly, you're going to ignore. Some of you might hide under a cover hoping that they never have that conversation with you. So that's just the way it is. Those are planting the seeds. You have to ask every single person. And that brings me to my next point, our topic of discussion, is you have to make it about them. If you notice that in my message that I send out to every single person, I've done this for a year and a half, the exact same message, the only thing I change in it is the host name and the 2 months that I offer them. That's it. It has been the same. Sometimes I forget to change the host name. It's a true story. It has been the same for 1.5 years. And do you think that if it wasn't successful, I would still be doing it? Do it. Okay. But that brings me to my next point. It's you were so much fun in the party. I think you would be a great host. It has nothing to do with me. It's not about me as a consultant. It's about them as a host. So you have to give them a compliment, or you have to make it about them in some way, somehow. And then tell them they can get free products. Hello. So nobody's ever going to get mad that you sent them a message about complimenting them. Okay, that's why you do that up front. You were so much fun at Belinda's party. I know some of these people are thinking, I played one game one day. That's okay, because they still got a compliment. But, you know, and they still book a party anyway. So, yes, yeah. So, and then I'm determined to get that one person a booking. So, that's what you have to do. You have to make it about them. It's not, you never, ever, ever, ever send a message saying, do you want to book a party? If y'all do that, stop now. Please promise me you will never, ever, ever send that message out again. Because that makes it about you. That is about you meeting your goals. It has nothing to do with them. So please, if you say, do you want to book a party, don't ever say that again. If you notice, I don't ever ask them in my message. I ask them if they want me to send a host packet. And then by them saying, yes, well, you just booked a party, guess what? Let's get your date down. So that's extremely important. Make it about them. Make it personal to them. If you want to personalize it even more than that, then you were so much fun, then do it. I just don't have time for that, okay? So that is also how you're going to book a party. Now, let me see. No, that's for cooking shows. We're really focusing on. Okay, so I know that recently we've had a lot of people where the hosts have signed on. And some of y'all have been like frantic about it because obviously their mom, sister, aunt, brother who booked a party at their party are going to want to party with them as the new consultant and not you. Thank you. I'm glad she said that. If you didn't hear her, she just said story of your life. That is a problem you want to have. Okay? If you're frantic about giving those bookings away, we need to build you up and get you more bookings anyway. You want people to join your team because eventually it's going to pay off. We saw that on the kickoff call. It's going to pay off. So one of the main things that you need to do, if none of this is sunk in with your goal of 3 parties, you need 1 to replace that party that you just did and 1 to grow. 3, bonus. Yeah. You killed that fried rice. So that is one of the major things. I know that has nothing to do with what I just said about recruits signing off. But this is a way, it just, it popped in my head that a way to think about it. 1 to replace that party. 2 or the second bookings to grow. So you're building your business. The third one is bonus. You're building your business even more. So let's say you're doing what you're supposed to. If you are truly doing what you're supposed to be doing and you have a recruit sign on, it's okay. Because your other 3 parties that you had that month, your other 6 parties that you had that month, you should be getting 2 to 3 bookings from those parties. So by building your bookings from parties, you are going to put yourself in a good position to give away those bookings to your new recruit. That's the point I was going towards. You're going to be okay. So we've got to get you in a position where you're comfortable at where you are booking wise. So if you have to give those away, it's okay. I know there was a possible recruit that I had in June. I was telling Jessica, I was like, I really want her to sign up because I think she would be so good, but I really don't because I got 6 bookings from her party. And I give away 100% of my bookings. So you don't have to do that. We've talked about that before. You can give away 50%. So I was like, I really want those bookings, but I was in an okay position. I think I had like 18 parties the next month in July, so it would have been okay to give them away, but it's like, oh, those are my bookings. That would be so awesome. But they're not yours. If they sign up, they're theirs. So if you get yourself, like I said, I had 18 parties, so it's okay to give away 6 of them if she signed on, but she didn't end up signing up. No, but I still am talking to her about it. Don't ever give up on them. I sent her a message, I think, last week about it. So don't ever give up if they say no. So that is one of the major reasons why changing your mindset and getting 3 bookings from every show is important, because it goes into recruiting. If you recruit someone, your host, then you're able to give those bookings away without it being a big deal. Okay, so that's a huge, huge takeaway. So 2 bookings from every party. So let's break this down. And I have to look at my notes. Okay. So month 1, we're going to say month 1 is September. If you have 6 parties, because our goal is to submit 6 parties, right? 6 parties, 2 of them cancel, which means you have 4 parties held. 4 parties, and you want 2 bookings from each party, means you have 8 new parties. You just doubled what you did that month, the next month. So month 2, you have 8 parties, right? 8 parties dated, 2 cancel. So you had 6 parties held. 6 parties held times 2 bookings. Well, the next month, you have 12 bookings. So those of you that struggle, it's because you're not booking parties from parties. And you can give me every excuse in the book. I don't want to hear it. You can do it. I know you can. And you have to change your approach. You have to change the livelihood of your party. You know, there are some people who have added me to their parties, directors included, where I'm like, oh my God, this party is so boring. Not good. So if you want to know if your party is boring and you want me to be honest with you, add me to your party and I'll let you know if it's fun, if it just needs a little bit more of this, or if it's just boring, you need to, like Mr. Wonderful would say, take it behind the bar and shoot it. I will let you know, but you have to be expecting it. Okay, so let's go to month 4, or month 3. So you have 12 parties, 2 cancellations, 10 parties held, 2 bookings from those 10 parties. You have 20 new parties the next month. Month 4, 20 parties, 4 cancellations, because we do 20% of your parties will cancel, not qualify, whatever. 16 parties held. You get 22 bookings from those 16 parties. You have 32 new parties. Well, now we're at the point where we can book 2 to 3 months out. If you're not booking 2 months out, you've got a lot of building to do, because you should be booking 2 months out. Okay, that is your goal. So we're in September. You should be booking November. And if your November's almost filled, you should be at the end of the month, you should be starting to go into December. Okay, that is your goal. And if you do this and you have this mindset and you get 2 bookings from every party, you're going to achieve this goal and have your party set. And then you will never have to worry again. And I thank God that I don't have to worry about bookings. Okay. Now, let's talk about 1 party from every month. 1 booking from every party. So some of y'all don't even get a booking from every party. So this is about to be a wake-up call. And if it isn't, whew, we need to talk. So you have 6 parties held in month 1. 2 cancel. You have 4 parties. 4 parties held, you get 1 booking from every party, you have 4 new parties. Well, that's less than you started with, right? So month 2, you got those 4 parties, 2 cancel, 2 parties held, 1 party from every party. You have 2 new parties. Well, we're down even more. 2 parties in month 3, 2 cancellations, 0 parties. You're scrambling, you're frantic, you don't know what to do, you can't get a party booked. Month 4, you're out of business. You're defeated, you don't know what to do, you're at the point where you are just negative. What? You're posting on your wall, hostess wanted, please message me for details, must love free products. It's not funny, but oh, Jessica knows what I hate. So, 2 completely different scenarios. And like I said, that was showing you with getting one booking from every party. The sad, what? Oh, the sun's out. Finally, the sun's out for the first time in a week. So that is the sad reality and that is the scary reality of not getting 2 to 3 bookings from every party. You have to have your mindset. And I hope that that's a wake-up call for some of you, because this is truly the most important part of your business, booking parties at parties. Now next week we have a call. Next Sunday, we have a call at 7:30. And I'm going to say host coaching is the most important part of your business. But it is. But you got to get your bookings to host coach, right? So we can argue that this is. So I am so confident in you that you are going to book 2 bookings from every party, no matter what. Say it with me. I am going to book 2 parties from every party, no matter what. Again, I am going to book 2 parties from every party, no matter what. And what I mean by no matter what is, if at the end of the party you don't have those 2 bookings, you message out to your host and you say, we still need 1 booking before we can close your party. Can you reach out to a couple people that you think would make great hosts and would love free products? Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Oh, hey, I got so-and-so. They want to book a party. Okay, great. Can you start a message with the 3 of us so I can get a booking date for them? They will do it. I promise you they'll do it, especially if you got them free products, they'll do it. So one more time. I will book 2 parties from every party, no matter what. Okay, now go out and do it. Do it. And every time you book 2 parties from a party, I want you to go in our Good and Director group. No. That was bad. Y'all aren't in our Good and Director group unless you're a director. In our Director Bound group and post, I booked 2 parties from my party, hashtag 2 parties. Hashtag fried rice is great. No, hashtag 2 parties or whatever you want to say. Hashtag 2 parties. Okay? Do it for every single one of your parties this month, and I cannot wait to see. And I'm just going to be so excited. So we have a call next week, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday. What's the next Sunday? You got your phone? Are you sure? Oh, yeah. The 23rd at 7:30, we have our next call. So you are going to get an email with this recording and with your audio listen for the next couple of weeks. So I don't have homework for you other than to listen to that audio recording, to make sure you're keeping track of your 25 contacts, and to change your mindset and know that you're going to book 2 parties from every party, no matter what. And not that, to hashtag 2 parties. Okay? I'm so excited, guys. I don't even think y'all understand. I know you're going to be successful because I believe in you, and you wouldn't be in this program if I didn't. So I know you can do it. And everybody say a prayer for all of our East Coasters that are about to be hit by a hurricane.
course you know current events.
Duh. Bye, guys. Thank y'all.